which is filled by a hair dryer, you can say, which releases hot air. And how does it make a difference with the regular hot air balloon we see, the conventional hot air balloon?
You write mail to me. I will connect you to someone who is doing this hot air balloon experiment, and the person will tell you better. Write a mail to me. My mail address, perhaps you can know. Can you know? Can it be written on your laptop? Somewhere this will be this way. ये है क्या? ये जहाँ से ये स्लाइड्स ऑपरेट हो रहे हैं आप हाँ ओके गुड गुड HC वर्मा HCVERMA at IITK.ac.in. So you can write your questions at this. Anyone sitting here, you can write your questions on this. I do not guarantee that I will answer it. But it may get answered also. I do not guarantee that it will not be answered.
So, excuse me everyone, please refrain from asking academic questions.
I am already doing that job.
Hello sir. Sir, I want to know. It might be a longer answer for you. Question might be very short. So, when you were very young, that means you were in your 6th class, 7th class, you might have been introduced to physics first time. So, how was your? I mean, did you at the first go liked it, or your teachers were somewhere who inspired this temple of learning and this way
You did not appear for the quiz that was held before this session.
I was there.
You were there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good, good. See, my journey class 6 is a public knowledge that I started my studies in class 6 only, in science class 6 only. So I went to school at the age of 9 years. So that is why I was much better equipped for learning. Okay. I could avoid that class nursery and KG and 1, 2, 3, that regimented training of mine. So that was one big advantage to me. Although in class 6, 7, 8, I did not know what I was learning in the school. Because first time I went to school, first time I saw that okay, there is something called period, 9 to 9:50, and we have to sit for a particular subject for those 50 minutes or 40 minutes or 45 minutes. First time those exposures were coming to me one by one, one by one. So I 6, 7, 8, I really did not know what I am doing. And after that, since that mind was still fertile, because 9 years I was learning from the events, learning from the nature. So it was difficult for my school system to destroy that. Okay? When you put the child of 2.5 years or 3 years in the school system, the brain is very, very soft and very, so it's a soft target. The school system can easily pollute that. But if I have lived in the nature and learning all the time, not 3 years, for 9 years I am learning from nature, from the events, then the school system is difficult for them to spoil me. So, class 8 onwards, I will say class 8 onwards or class 9 onwards, I started enjoying the textbooks. Before that, I never enjoyed the textbooks. Because I never learned from the textbooks or any book. I was learning only from the nature. Right? So, to get into this system, that there is something called textbooks. And from there also there are certain good things there, one can learn from there and then do it on the table also. So that thing, it took some time. 9th onwards, I enjoyed starting enjoying textbooks. And after that, it was just a natural way of getting into physics. There was nothing special about physics. I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed literature. Of course, English was difficult for me to learn, right? And even now I'm not very good in speaking in English. But anyway, 27 साल पढ़ा दिया IIT कानपुर में तो एक कॉन्फिडेंस है कि लोग समझ लेंगे. So it was literature, then it was mathematics, then it was physics, it was chemistry, everything. Once you enjoy learning, you can learn anything. Nothing is special about physics. And anyway, physics, chemistry, biology, these are all artificial demarcations. We have nature, we have one nature, which has everything in it. Right? So in a very natural way, when it came to choosing one particular subject for honors, BSc level, honors, I had to take one of them, one of these things, physics, chemistry, mathematics. In fact, I was trying to go for mathematics honors, not physics honors. But somehow I landed in physics, and I'm very fortunate that nothing wrong with mathematics. Nothing wrong with mathematics. But what I feel, one thing is it is person specific. If I am meant for something, you may be meant for something else, person specific. But for me also, my professor, mathematics professor, brought this into my notice, that if you go into physics, you will be doing a lot of real life mathematics in it. If you go in mathematics, you will not be doing any physics. But if you go into physics, you will be doing a lot of mathematics. Okay? So you can enjoy both the worlds. So that appealed to me. And that is how I landed in physics. And then naturally that bonding went stronger and stronger, because whatever we study in physics, at least at BSc level, up to BSc level, they are all there in our big level which we call nature. The light is there, the magnetic fields are there, motion is there, sound is there, so vibrations are there, oscillations are there. So whatever I study in physics, there is a corresponding element all the time present in the nature. So that bonding got stronger and stronger, and that is how I put it.
Sir, sir, I have a question. Yeah. So, sir, I was yesterday interviewing a professor from University of Bristol. So he stated that engineering research is solving another person's problem. What do you agree with this statement? Engineering research is solving another person's problem. So, do you agree with this statement, and what is research?
And what about science research? Solving my own problem.
Sir, my following question was, what is your opinion on research?
See, research is something, once again, it gives you a divine pleasure. Because genuine research, you are creating something new. So you are in the role of that creator. The creator who creates something. Okay? So research is that. But then it's something where it's a kind of a pyramidal structure. You do a lot of groundwork which is not visible, and then make that pyramid, and then some good research comes out. And contribution is from everyone. If this structure is not there, the top will not be there. So, to say that this is the useful research or this is a real research is very difficult to say, right? That research culture should be there. I have to create something new. I have to exchange the knowledge. I have to come out with something else. And I do not differentiate much in science and engineering, because there also, of course, in engineering, generally you have, as you said, perhaps that wording was a little more complicated. Generally you see a problem, and then you come out with a solution. And in science we have liberty. We can go on that route also. We have a problem in the society. And for solving that, we are doing this. We have communication problems, so optical fiber, this, that, this communications. So the engineering people will say that, okay, if this is the theory, I can make this. But this is the theory that is in science domain, that this is the theory. And we extend on that. So there's nothing much different about this and that. In both ways, it is creating something new and creating something on your own. If you can do that, that's a good research idea.
So I have a request. I have both volumes of SEO now with me, and I'm admiring these books from last 3 years. I studied only for 1 year to get here. So I studied this book by heart, and I would like you to give autograph.
So, one last question and we'll move
So
on.
I had a question.
No.
I had a question. So sir, we talked a lot about joy of learning in physics, even that lepton initiative that you're taking up. So sir, I recollect this when I was myself a JEE aspirant in 2021. And I was mesmerized by those two books. Like book ko chaatna jise sir wo cheez karna, I did that. And I also wrote an appreciation email. On that email, I did get a reply, but I did that, and there was I still recollect that there was a rolling friction question. I fought with my physics teacher for 1 week on that question, that how is this wrong, how is this wrong. So I want to understand, when I wanted to teach physics right up, like getting inspired from your books and JEE physics, I wanted to teach physics right after that. I could have left college also for that. But when I entered college and university physics was thrown at us, my entire interest in physics was lost. So to be very honest, the first class of physics that I attended, so the entire interest of me pursuing physics as a subject, at least the JEE subjects in much more depth, was totally lost, and I'm still not able to find ways to how to rekindle that joy in learning physics and the days of JEE physics. So please help me out on this.
Which stream you are in now?
Sir, I'm pursuing economics at IITB.
Economics. Wonderful.
That is because I studied the curriculum of physics and how is it at universities very before.
Is it helping that learning of physics at the school level? Is it helping in your study of economics?
Sir, the problem solving abilities that I got from learning 2 years of JEE physics are helping me a lot in terms of general life and economics itself, but not specifically the concepts and the theories that I actually learned.
That's okay. It's a training of the mind that is important, not the particular content that you have learned. It's the training of the mind that you can think originally. You can analyze the situation, you can comprehend the situation, and then you can find the solution. That training is more important. These are only vehicles, this problem, that chapter, this theory, this equation. These are only kind of media through which you train your mind to comprehend the situation, can see all the aspects. Unless you see all the aspects of the question in physics, you will not be able to solve it. So that practice, that training of mind is the real physics. Right? So if you have gone through that enjoyfully, that will be there with you, and whatever you do, economics or whatever you do, it will always be with you, and you will be living with that physics. Okay?
But sir, again, how can I rediscover that interest again in learning
You
physics?
first finish your economics thing. And then the world is open. Then the world is open. You can do anything. You can always switch from here to there, there to there, there to there.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Which side?
Sir, sir, I am in class 10th and अभी 10th के बाद मुझे पता चला टाइम मैनेजमेंट में कुछ होता है तो ये सर मैं स्कूल में बैठ के रोज टाइम टेबल बनाता हूँ लेकिन वो टाइम टेबल पे
जरूरी है, टाइम टेबल बनाना क्यों जरूरी है। वो रेलवे में पहले टाइम टेबल होता था, है ना, लिख के आता था ये गाड़ी का इस स्टेशन पर ये टाइम है और इतने बजे यहाँ पहुँचेगा, इतने बजे यहाँ से चलेगा, और गाड़ियाँ आती थी लेट हमेशा। तो लोग पूछते थे कि भाई ये टाइम टेबल बनाया ही क्यों है जब उसके अनुसार चलना नहीं था। तो टाइम टेबल इसलिए बनाया था कि पता तो चले कि 6 घंटे लेट है कि 8 घंटे लेट है। तो टाइम टेबल तो बनाए ही इसीलिए जाते हैं, टाइम टेबल बनाए ही इसीलिए जाते हैं कि वो फॉलो नहीं हो, और हमें पता रहे कि फॉलो नहीं हो रहा है। दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। हमें पता रहे कि फॉलो नहीं हो रहा है, मुझे करना है, मुझे करना है, मुझे करना है, उसके लिए टाइम टेबल होता है। नेचुरल लर्निंग में कोई टाइम टेबल नहीं होता। मुझे जब मर्जी हो तब हम जो मर्जी हो वो लर्न करेंगे, हमें जब मर्जी होगी वो लर्न करेंगे, जिस समय मर्जी होगी उस समय करेंगे, जितना मर्जी होगी उतने करेंगे। दैट द बेस्ट वे ऑफ लर्निंग। मैंने कभी टाइम टेबल नहीं बनाया था। To pass an examination with good grades is a different strategy, and to learn science or mathematics or art or literature is a different strategy. लर्निंग टाइम टेबल से नहीं हो सकती है, एग्जामिनेशन का प्रिपरेशन टाइम टेबल से होगा। तो जब एग्जामिनेशन आएगा नजदीक तब टाइम टेबल बता देगा। इन लोगों से पूछो ना, जब मिड-टर्म एग्जाम आते हैं उसके 3 दिन पहले से पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं। और उसके पहले तक इन्वेंट कराते रहते हैं। सिस्टम में रहा हूँ 23 इयर्स, तो मुझे पता है, राइट, मुझे पता है। तो एग्जामिनेशन में अच्छे ग्रेड लाना इज इम्पोर्टेंट, लेकिन उसके लिए पूरी जिंदगी खराब नहीं करना है, पूरी जिंदगी खराब नहीं करना है। 80% ऑफ टाइम लर्निंग में लगाओ। सीखना है, मुझे सीखना है, जहां से जो मिला सीखना है, सीखने का एंजॉयमेंट करना है, अपने माइंड को ट्रेन अप करना है कि हम अच्छे से चीज़ों को एनालाइज कर सकते हैं, हम अच्छे से चीज़ों को समझ सकते हैं, नहीं समझ में आए तो बहस कर सकते हैं, गूगल पे जाने का जरूरत नहीं है। ये बड़ा रोग लगा है आजकल। मेरे पास क्वेश्चंस आते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के, वेरी ओरिजिनल क्वेश्चंस, वेरी ओरिजिनल। आई नो दैट दिस क्वेश्चन हैज अकर्ड टू द स्टूडेंट वेरी ओरिजिनली, but then instead of trying to solve that question, they will immediately write, sir, this question occurred to me, then I went to Google search, for 2 hours I searched, I did not get anything. कैसे मिलेगा? वो तो आपका अपना सवाल है ना, अभी तक तो किसी ने सोचा नहीं था, तो गूगल में कहां से आएगा, राइट? तो अगर आप ओरिजिनली थिंक करोगे ना, तो आपको गूगल में आंसर नहीं मिलने वाला है, 2 घंटे बर्बाद होने वाले हैं। You work on it yourself. Those 2 hours आप अपने से लगाओ उसके ऊपर, निकल जाएगा सोल्यूशन। नहीं निकले तो फिर लोगों से डिबेट करना, लोगों से बातें करना, ये करना, वो करना, but never look for the help in the first go. In the first go, never look for the help. उससे आप अपने को एक खराब मैसेज देते हो कि मुझे किसी की जरूरत है। अरे मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं है, हम खुद सक्षम हैं। ओके, ठीक है ना? तो अब एग्जामिनेशन के समय में 1-2 महीने पीछे के क्वेश्चन देख लेना, बना लेना है।
Good evening, sir. I am currently in 12th, class 12. You talked about that learning. We should have a joy in learning. Yes. So, like in schools, there are restrictions कि book से पढ़ो. And घर पे भी like I am bored, मेरे को पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता. But when that one question comes, जिसमें थोड़ा सा सोचने का होता है, like मजा आता है, तो उसमें फिर होता है कि हाँ करना है, मजा आ रहा है. तो sir, how do we like जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग कहाँ से, वो कैसे करेंगे? वो जो जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग है, जो जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग है, उसको कैसे लाइक जागरूक कैसे दिखाने कैसे?
वही जो एक क्वेश्चन मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, वही तो करा रहा है आपको जो है। देखो दुनिया जो है ना वो बड़ी बेरहम है, दुनिया बड़ी बेरहम है, आपके पूरे जॉय को किल करने के लिए बैठी हुई है। अब ये आपकी जिंदगी है, आपकी जिंदगी है, उसको बचाना आपका अपना काम है। ओके, तो आप एक टाइम टेबल जैसे कह रहा था ना, आप एक टाइम टेबल बनाओ, बट इन दैट टाइम टेबल you allot some time, whatever, 15%, 20%, 10%, जितना आपको समझ में आए, you allot some time in that, and that will be study not for the examination, और चाहे जो मर्जी आए करेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, मन होगा तो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ लेंगे, मन होगा तो फिजिक्स पढ़ लेंगे, मन होगा तो बायोलॉजी पढ़ लेंगे, एक से एक बढ़िया सवाल चुन करके लाएंगे, खोज करके लाएंगे, उसके ऊपर काम करेंगे, घंटों बर्बाद कर देंगे हम घंटों बर्बाद कर देंगे, लेकिन उस एक क्वेश्चन पर रहेंगे, वो मेरा समय है, इट्स माई टाइम, आई कैन यूज इट इन व्हाटएवर वे आई लाइक। आप 15-20% को ऐसा अगर टाइम टेबल में रखते हो ना, आज तो कुछ नहीं सोचना है, आज तो बस पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है, मजे ही मजे करने हैं आज, तो आपको जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग मिलेगी। अगर आपको लगता है कि इट्स टेकिंग मोर टाइम, आपके एग्जामिनेशन का प्रिपरेशन नहीं हो रहा है, तो आप तो रिड्यूस कर लो, 15% कर लो, 10% तो कम से कम करो ही करो। 10 घंटे में से 1 घंटा, या 10 दिन में से 1 दिन, 10 घंटे में से 1 घंटा नहीं, 10 दिन में से 1 दिन, ये पर्टिकुलर डे जो है 13 जनवरी, मकर संक्रांति, इस दिन तो कोई बड़ा इम्तिहान की बात नहीं करना मुझसे, इस दिन तो हम रसनी हॉलीडे बनाएंगे, इस दिन तो हम ये करेंगे, इस दिन तो हम कैलकुलस ही पढ़ेंगे, जिस दिन जो मर्जी आ जाए वो करेंगे हम। एंड लुक फॉर सच प्रॉब्लम्स, लुक फॉर सम थिंग्स, एंड सिंस यू हैव दैट कल्चर कि आपको कोई एक ऐसा सवाल मिल जाता है तो आपको मजा आता है ना, तो उस टाइम को बढ़ा दो थोड़ा सा, उस टाइम को थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दो, एंड इम्तिहान की प्रिपरेशन हो जाएगी। ऐसी कोई बड़ी चीज़ नहीं होती है 10th के एग्जाम, 12वीं के एग्जाम में क्या रखा है, जब जेईई एडवांस में कुछ नहीं रखा है तो 12वीं के एग्जाम में
I now invite Professor Gopal to share his insightful words with us.